What it do? Welcome back to another episode of the Lane Switchers Podcast. I'm your boy Keith. You can follow me on Instagram at YoBoyKeith. That's YoBoyKeef.
Hey, it's your boy Jay Diesel. You can follow me at JFear89 on Instagram. Hit me up.
All right, man. How you doing today?
Pretty good, man. What about yourself?
I'm good. I just got done watching the Kevin Hart special. What'd you think about that? Did you watch it?
Kevin Hart, yeah, I seen that bullshit.
You didn't like it?
No. It wasn't bullshit. I didn't think it was better than the last special he had.
Yeah, it might not have been better than the last one, but I think it has some funny. I think it was funny. A lot of people telling me, like LJ, Monty, like all my family and close friends, they said it was trash.
Hey, I felt like I gotta watch it again because I felt like it was a lot of down moments, and I was just sitting there, just like looking, like waiting for something for me to be like, yeah. But I feel like that first movie he had, maybe it was because of how the production was.
Oh,
he did the Halle Berry stuff.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
All that type of stuff. That
the funniest shit he did with Don Cheadle,
yeah.
he was like, "I'm the Black Iron Man." You mad? Yeah, that was hilarious.
But I was definitely expecting him to do some type of production shit, but he just jumped right into the comedy on this one.
But was that last special produced by him? Is his Hart Productions?
Yeah, that was his.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
The overall show, it was straight.
Also, no. I think he got funded from somebody for that because it was in theaters, right?
That one went to theaters. I think he just got paid by Netflix and just sent.
Yeah, this one was Netflix. So I think he
they both was a worldwide tour that he was on.
Yeah, I just think it's different. Like when you go through. I don't know who you go through. Like, is it Paramount or whatever? Like, whoever paid.
Whatever production company.
Yeah, whatever production company would pay it or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know nothing about the business.
But just my overall opinion on the movie, I feel like it wasn't trash, but I just didn't think it was the all that.
I think a lot of comedy specials got those, like, it ain't no comedy special that's funny all the way through. Like, my favorite stand-up special is Eddie Murphy. I don't know if it's Raw or Delirious. I don't remember. But, like, towards the end, it got like, corny. He was talking about the honey goo goo, talking about his friends, Gus's wife, and like that's when it started getting boring. But the beginning was fire. Everything was funny. Everything was funny from the beginning to the end. Yeah, beginning to the middle.
I be feeling like that about Mike Epps' stand-up. I be feeling like he got a lot of funny
jokes. He recycled all his goddamn jokes.
He do have some recycled lines and shit, but I be feeling like a lot of his segments be funny, but then they get into that drown mode. Like, that wasn't funny.
And I also think, like, you gotta, like, comedians, like, you can't be an attractive comedian. Like, not saying any of these dudes is attractive or ugly, but it's just like you.
What, to be able to talk about yourself?
No, just to be funny. I don't think attractive people are funny. Like, if you're just looking at this, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Chris Brown was telling jokes, he probably wouldn't be funny.
I never really thought about it.
Like, Trey, they wouldn't be funny. I feel like you just gotta look a certain way.
What about Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon not funny to me, though. Like, I think he's good. I think he's a good. I think he's good at improv. I think he's good on the wilding out and stuff like that, like his lane. But stand-up comedy, the one, Mr. Big Shot or Mr. Business or whatever it was,
I got to think of somebody that carry themselves like they handsome or something. I can't really think of nobody.
Williams, maybe?
When he was younger, he probably thought he was.
But he like short. Like, short people can be funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they do all the little.
But Kevin Hart, he just got the funny look. He just got the small and the way he be moving and stuff and his voices. Like, I just think he's hilarious. I think he's hilarious.
Because he's ugly.
I'm not saying ugly. It's just you can't. I don't know. You can't be like no supermodel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
You can't be a supermodel, and it just wouldn't come across as funny.
Niggas just like a Boris Kojo or some shit.
I think he looks stupid anyway. So.
yeah. That's
like
be thinking
the older women.
Him
ain't no young ladies who think Boris Kojo look good. They don't even know who he is.
My man's that played in the Madea movie had the braided wig on and shit. Moore, I think.
No, that's the nigga with the light eyes. Damn, he played. In a movie with Taraji P. Henson, and he was like evil. He was like I can't think of the nigga name. Goddamn, Michael Ealy. That's what I'm talking about. Michael Ealy. Nigga, the light brown eyes. He was dating Eve in Barbershop.
Guy I was talking about in the Tyler Perry movie. He was in Medea's Family Reunion movie or something like that, and he had like a wig on, but it was braided.
Oh shit, I don't know. I like it's about Michael Ealy.
I think it's Shamar Moore though.
Oh, Shamar Moore. He play on like a CSI or one of them fucking shows like that. Yeah,
that nigga be thinking he a fucking stud and shit.
He got a crooked eye.
I mean, this is women that think these guys is like, you know.
Yeah,
like
I think it's an older woman thing. I think you got to have a body, like no matter what you look like. If you got a body, women like you.
Like Morris Chestnut and niggas like that. He couldn't do stand up.
Yeah, he probably couldn't do stand-up.
That nigga look trash to me, but women think that nigga.
I'm not trying to say these dudes attractive, but it do come across like oh, these niggas fine, they can't.
I'm naming
but
niggas
still,
that's known for they looks.
being attractive.
People just think they fucking they be on cover magazines and shit.
Because you can't think of one. Every comedian I think of got some type of weird look to him. Hannibal Buress, fucking
that's-
Steve Harvey. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always something funny about the way they look. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. What's that nigga? Bernie Mac. Martin Lawrence. Like, they just look funny.
I wouldn't say Will Smith is a comedian.
But
He's
he
more of
did
an
just do a
actor.
stand-up special. I was telling you about that.
Yeah, but he's not known for being a comedian.
But it wasn't that great. But it was cool because it's Will Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, whatever. But me, I give the Kevin Hart special, 8 out of 10?
That's high.
I think it was funny. I think
it's like a strong 6, maybe 7.
I mean, 6 is, it ain't awful, but, you know.
Yeah. I just was
Could've did better.
anticipating too much out of it. Like, I was just like, all right, the last one was funny, so this one about to be hilarious, and then it just wasn't hilarious.
I think, it was points where he had me dying laughing.
And then I was thinking, like, he probably just run out of material, because, like, all the shit where he, swear to God, true story, like, that junk just getting old to me.
That's his
like,
thing.
But I feel like it's not a true story, and I'm just
Well, of
thinking
course,
too hard on
yeah.
it, probably, like,
Oh, yeah, of
that shit
course.
not true story. Swear to God, everybody, true story. My kid's, like, he just got this amazing life. His kid's doing all this stuff, like,
I also think that it's partly true. I think he exaggerated to make it funny because it's probably not. The story probably not funny in itself, but just he make points to make it funny. Like it was a point where he said his son said "fuck you" because that was the password.
Yeah,
you know, like that. I'm pretty sure that never happened.
Yeah.
I don't think his son either made his password "fuck you" or yelled it out.
But that was a complete,
Fuck you.
swear to God, true story. Like
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
Like that was a long exaggeration of that shit.
Yeah.
It was probably, what's your password? He just gave him the password. Like, all like running down the stairs and fuck you. Like,
I think it was funny though. That whole
I mean,
sequence
that
just happened.
that was a funny moment.
Yeah, when he took his phone, come on, daddy, don't do me like that. Yeah, it's hilarious, man.
He didn't do that shit though.
Oh yeah, probably not.
He didn't do that shit.
Probably not.
And then when his sister was beating him up and stuff like that, and like bullying him, he be acting like he's soft. And I'm pretty sure his son don't do that.
I don't know. I mean, his son is like 10, his daughter like 14.
But just the way Kevin Hart make that junk.
Yeah,
like
I mean, you're right. But
making
I don't
noises
know.
and shit like
So-
like dragging him down the hallways and shit like.
I mean, the thing is, I was watching a lot of comedy
And spoiler
specials.
alert, people, if you didn't see it yet, just
I
spoiler
didn't.
alert.
That shit is in the trailers. The stuff was, come on, daddy, don't do me like that. That shit's in the trailer. But before I watched the Kevin Hart, I was watching a bunch because Netflix got all these comedy specials. I was watching Ellen DeGeneres.
I ain't finished that one. I started.
Not
that
funny at
joint.
all.
And she was questioning people in the audience.
I
and
did
stuff
not
like
know
that.
she was a comedian beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not funny at all. Watching the Joe Rogan, it was alright. It was okay, but it wasn't amazing.
I want to say why you don't think it's funny, but
'Cause they white?
Yeah.
I mean, I will not say that because I love Daniel Tosh. I like white humor. I like Daniel Tosh. I like the roast master Jeff Ross.
But he's not always funny.
I like,
Tosh be corny sometimes too.
Yeah, I mean, of course, everybody say corny stuff. You take chances. Some of it don't hit. But I like white humor. I like Andrew Schultz. I like what's the dude from
Joe Rogan not funny to me.
Joe Rogan is funny in like conversation. I think the Joe Rogan podcast is funny. But I like a lot of white humor. Like
Carrot Top.
Nah, dog. I've never seen a Carrot Top a day in my life. Have you ever watched Carrot Top stand up? I just know he used a lot of props.
Off the roast battles and shit like that. Like,
Oh,
that was trash. Like his little segments on the roast.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
But I don't know. I can't think of too many stand ups that I thought was perfect all the way through or hilarious. People think that Chris Rock?
I like a lot of Kevin Hart's. I mean, not Kevin Hart's. Cat Williams. Yeah, a lot of his shit be
His
funny.
earlier stuff. The last couple he had was.
We talking about that fucking lion. It's a delicious fat bitch right there.
After he got choked out by that little boy, his stand up specials was garbage.
Yeah,
the two he did after that. I think
that's because we was kind of depicting him to be something, and then we just judging him off of his actions and shit like that, like him going to jail and people calling him a crackhead.
Well, I don't
and all
give a
that
fuck.
shit.
I don't care, to be honest.
I mean, but you kind of judging him off of getting beat up by a kid, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, but that don't affect his funny.
I mean, in a way, you probably still be looking at him like, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at him like, yeah, that ain't funny. You got beat up by a kid. No, that wasn't funny, bro. You got beat up by a kid. Like, I'm not thinking like that, but I'm just saying, like, after that point in his life, after he got beat up by that kid, everything else, it seemed to have affected him, like, funny.
Yeah, I guess so.
It affected his funny, so I don't know. But
missed out on some opportunities.
Yeah, but let's switch lanes real quick.
Switching lanes.
We went to go see the Us. I know we kind of late, but we went to go
definitely late.
See the Us movie. And what's your thoughts on the movie?
Very confused on the whole movie at first.
Yeah,
but,
I feel the same way.
But we seen this movie weeks ago. But now I'm not as confused anymore. But after leaving the theater, I was definitely confused.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. You know, it had some moments as far as the violence and as far as the killing and stuff like that. But it had some humor in it. But as far as the storytelling and what they wanted you to get and shit like that, I feel like nobody really got it. I don't care what they say. Until they left the theater and started having debates and opinions and reading stuff online.
I'm pretty sure everybody felt that way. I feel like everybody figured it out afterwards.
But a lot of people, when you read online, they be like, oh, when people get their opinions, like, oh, that movie's trash, I didn't get it. They be like, oh, you not woke and you just didn't understand this and y'all slow. Like they got it the first time they seen it.
I hate people like that.
Yeah, like you don't get the message and like,
The movie was supposed to spark a conversation. That point is obvious.
Yeah.
It was supposed to like have you thinking and question something about the movie, ask somebody else about it.
And I feel like that was a brilliant idea because that made other people want to go see it when people talking about it so much. Like, I gotta go see this. People that don't even usually go see movies like that, like horror movies and stuff like that. Because I would talk to people and they were like, I wouldn't go see that in the theaters, but now everybody keep talking about it. I want to go see it and see what it's about.
So do you think Jordan Peele is 2 for 2?
Definitely 2 for 2 because the sales, yeah.
Okay, minus the sales, not sales. Quality, yeah. How do you feel about two great movies, 2 great classics?
Okay, I would say the first one was great.
Get Out,
classic.
Okay,
but the second one, it was good.
Okay,
it wasn't
good.
It wasn't like but I would say it's a classic. It's a classic because I will watch it again.
Okay, do you think that this gives him leverage to make another movie and people will watch it?
Definitely.
Okay, so I
feel like this established him to have a lane now. Mm-hmm. He definitely have
like
a lane
Quentin
to where
Tarantino
you hit on the nose. That guy right there, Quentin Tarantino. Definitely somebody that's like you can just. Like, Jordan Peele got a movie coming out. I'm about to go check it out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people was like that with Tyler Perry for a minute, but Tyler Perry was kind of, after the 6th, 7th, 8th film, it was kind of just the same shit over and over. But at first, when he was dropping them Madea movies, people was like, another Madea movie, I'm going to see it. Because he had developed a lane.
Madea goes to jail. Madea get herpes. Madea
got herpes?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She got the tip.
It's just all that. The tip. Yeah, man. It's just, I don't know. I was never a fan of the Madea movies. Like, I think 1 or 2 of them might have been funny.
I used to like them plays that came out when
it was cool.
Yeah,
you know
them
what I'm
was
saying?
straight, but
I don't know, man.
She started going everywhere. You seen the Madea Boo movies?
I've been done with Madea. I've been done with that shit.
Yeah, I watched the Madea Boo movie because I thought it was gonna be actually zombies and stuff in there. It was terrible.
It wasn't no zombies?
No, it was.
Oh, is that the? Because I watched like maybe 30 minutes or whatever. Is that the one where his daughter went to a haunted house?
Yeah.
I seen like the first 30 minutes.
Them dudes from like YouTube and stuff like that, FouseyTube and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they was in there?
Yeah, they was like playing pranks and stuff, acting like zombies and stuff like that. It was just a big old prank. And then it's the second one, I thought it was gonna be something like spooky or something like they didn't discover some type of ghost or monster or something like that. It was the same shit. Playing pranks and shit.
Well, of course, it's a comedy, so you probably was hoping some serious.
Exactly. The impression they gave off was Medea's going to battle with the undead. Like
the trailers.
Yeah, like she was about to scrap with the undead. So I'm like, this different. I thought you stepping into a different lane.
Being a horror fanatic.
Yeah, of course I thought it was gonna be goofy, like some Shaun of the Dead type shit. Medea out there, get your hands off me, some zombies and shit, and trying to fight them and shit. But I was just like, bruh.
Yeah.
That shit was terrible.
I've been done with the Madea movies. But as far as this Us movie, so like the couple things, even after the movie, as soon as we finished the movie, I literally got up and talked to somebody that was next to me. It was an older dude standing up. I'm like, okay, let me go get his opinion on it. This nigga had shit to say to me for real. I went over there, I was like, you know what I'm saying? So what did you think about this movie, man? Like, did you get some type of little Easter egg from the movie or something? He was like, well, Mr. Peele done it again.
Okay, for one, he probably don't know what the hell you talking about with Easter egg, because that nigga old as hell.
Yeah,
and he don't know what the hell that is. But and then again, I feel like you just a young nigga coming up to him, he ain't know what to say. Like, fuck you up.
Why I gotta be like that? We both black men.
Just the facial expression that nigga was giving, that nigga just looked confused as hell.
True. But he didn't really have shit to say. He didn't really know what the movie was about either.
He probably just the wrong nigga to walk into us and ask questions. If you would have asked somebody that more relatable, like in the age, like demographic or whatever, they probably would be like, "Well, I thought this," and like that nigga was just like, "Ugh."
And let's not forget how I almost put hands on somebody who was in our seat though.
Nah. Nah, that didn't happen at all, man.
How did it happen? Tell me how it happened.
I mean, we walked up to dude. He was sitting there with his girl and his kid eating popcorn and stuff.
In our seat.
Yeah, and he was looking over him stuff, looking for the number on the seat. And he was like, I think these are our seats, man. But he was talking to me. He wasn't talking to my man. He was talking to me. I think these are our seats, man. And he's looking at me. And then my dude started looking up, grimming him and shit. Like, bro, what the fuck, man? Get out of my face and shit. That's how dude was looking. He didn't say that, but that's just how he was looking. Like, because he felt like embarrassed or something in front of his kid or whatever. But he just started easing up and getting up. Like, his girl's like, come on, y'all. Like, I think his girl more wanted to make him get up because he was ready. He said like he was ready for some action.
For what? Get out of here.
But then when I kind of stepped up, he was like, oh shit, let me get up. Like, that's like that's JD's right there.
That could not be further from the truth. What happened was we paid for our seats online, so we got our seat numbers and shit on the ticket. So I come to our seats, I see the people in our seats, and I'm looking like, hold on, these niggas can't be in our seats.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, these niggas can't be in our seats. So, and also, I don't want to jump to conclusion like, hey, bro, you in our seat, get the fuck up.
So how did you ask him?
I didn't ask him. I leaned over him, looking at the seat numbers.
And then you looked at me and you was like, I think these are seats right here.
Okay, correct. And then I spoke to him and I said, I think these are seats.
Okay.
And then they got up. He's like, oh yeah, and they got up and went up to the front. And then you was like, oh, I don't want to make it seem like we Bogarting y'all. You definitely said that.
I was trying to be polite because he already looked intimidated when I stepped up. He started putting his head down and shit. So I just try to diffuse the situation a little bit and make him feel like at ease.
Get out of here. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to run niggas out our seats and shit.
Fuck out of here.
He was just back up. He was back up because I don't watch.
I'm this nigga shadow dog. I basically stand behind that nigga, fucking bodyguard and shit, and niggas be fucking shook. Like,
whatever. All right, so Us, man. Let's see. Out of 10, what do you give it? Or you want to do out of 5?
What, the Us?
Yeah, the Us movie. Like out of 5, you want to do out of 5 or out of 10?
I feel like after just going over like the thought process and stuff like that, I don't want to say strong 3, but I want to kind of put it in
out
that
of 5, right?
Yeah, I want to kind of put it in that 4. Because
okay.
It was
okay. First impressions, not after consideration. After you put pieces together.
Okay, my first impression, I would say a 3 because I felt like I was lost and confused. Like I felt like this joke was stupid at first. Like the ending was stupid. Like I didn't get it. But as the movie was going on, though, to be honest, like when they started looking at finding like the white couple with doppelganger and stuff like that, the action started getting kind of deep and like interesting and shit like that. So that kind of made the movie more, interesting. But as far as the conversations in them they was having with each other, just like I was completely lost. But just afterwards, I kind of boosted the rating up with the movie.
To a 4? So after consideration, you gave it a 4 out of 5?
Yeah.
All right. So, I feel like I'm in the same. Like, at first, I was confused. I say 3.5. And after, sitting back, listening to other people's opinions and coming to my own conclusions about it, I say 4. I say about a 4.
Yeah.
A solid 4.
Get Out, strong 5 stars.
Yeah, Get Out fire. Yeah. Get Out fire. It was so much shit in that movie.
I wasn't confused at all. I got everything. Yeah. And it was just
and then on top of that, even though I had my own thoughts about Get Out, after the fact, I learned more stuff about other people's opinions.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dog, that makes sense. Like when she was eating the cereal separate from the milk.
Yeah.
Like that shit, like even though it wasn't that big of a thing, but it's like, nah, why did I think of that? Like she was separating the color from the whites.
And I'm low key starting to fall in that genre. Like, I want to see more movies like that. Like more so just Jordan Peele's thought process.
I was about to say, do you want it from somebody else or do you want it from
how he makes movies? I mean, if somebody else made it and it was interesting, but I think I'm more so leaning towards his mindset on how he creates movies.
The one thing I caught from Us. Have you seen The Goonies?
Yes, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Do you know? They got one little phrase. I don't think I know. I never seen The Goonies.
Fat do the truffle shuffle.
Yeah. But they got the little thing where like it's our time down here. Like that's just one little thing in the movie. And in the movie, he was like, "It's our time up here." And I'm assuming that was
I don't remember that.
That was like a little homage to The Goonies or whatever. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? Us. Decent movie.
I definitely was looking on YouTube at different like videos, and it was like things you may have missed on the movie Us.
Yeah,
like
I mean, you missed a lot of shit.
I was looking at references like that. He was referencing a lot of things to a lot of horror movies, different horror movies and shit like that. People wouldn't have noticed or
the score. Did you like the score? The soundtrack? I like the the score is just a soundtrack to a movie.
I don't know.
They was playing the damn. I got 5 on, and the way they did it, I liked it. Like at the very end, the fight scene. Yeah, it was doing the doom doom. Do-dum, dum, do-dum, dum. I think that was kind of
listen to it.
Yeah. The very end when the two Lupita and the one of those was fighting each other, they was playing that music. But I think Jordan Peele, I think that's another thing Jordan Peele good at is the music. Because he used hip-hop music and make it fit the overall feel of the movie.
How do you feel about him saying like he going forward with his movies he want to kind of just cast
black people?
Yeah, African Americans.
It makes sense, and that's like the big push in the African American culture right now. Is like being represented on TV.
Yeah.
Every show that I watch literally is it might have one or two black people, and then they also try to sprinkle in other people. I'm watching Marvel Runaways right now. You ever watch that? They got one black guy. Well, they got, as far as the kids, as far as the main cast, is one black kid. It's two white girls, one white boy. They got a Spanish girl and an Asian girl. So they try to like mix it up, but it's still one black guy. And it's more white people. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's
just in the past though, most movie producers or whatever, they've made like all white cast movies, and they didn't announce it. Like, we only want like white actors to be in these movies that we're making.
Well, of course they don't announce it, but they pick who they want.
But now that Jordan Peele announced it, like I see a lot of people online, they saying like this can be looked at and viewed as racism.
I was about to ask you, do you think that's wrong?
I mean, I don't necessarily think it's wrong, but I feel like eventually he is gonna like cast like different people, genre, different ethnicities in here.
Because the thing is that's the one thing about race that's kind of weird with me. So if a white person said that, we be like, oh, he racist, he don't fuck with black people. But if a black person say that
just goes back to the people thinking like black people can't be racist.
Yeah, exactly. But I also don't see that as being racist. I see that as
but you would look at it as racist if a white director said it.
Exactly, because they like it wouldn't be no point for him to say it because they already have everything on TV. Like, they already represented on TV.
Saying, if somebody asked him, like, why don't you put more diversity of people in your movies? We just like to deal with an all-white cast. They like that. You would have been like, hey, that guy racist.
I mean, yeah, but just listen to the way you said that. That sound kind of sketchy.
I mean, if Jordan Peele did that, like, I just want to focus on more of an African-American cast in all of my movies.
And also but you can also put some type of background to that. You can actually, like, explain, like, I want to put more black people in our movie because we are underrepresented.
But
because it's not that much.
What if the white guy kind of?
But you can't say they're underrepresented. That's the point.
I mean, he ain't got to use that.
So what would be the reason?
Though? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard. It's hard to explain that type of statement from a white person, but it's easier to explain from a black guy.
But we would use that excuse for everything. Like, as far as we're not included in this and that.
I mean, if it's true, it's true. If it's not true, then I can get it. But if it's true. Like, you don't see it on TV, and anything that got a certain amount of black people in it is considered a black movie.
I feel like now you don't see as much of us on TV, but in the '90s it was all black sitcoms.
No, but those are all black. Those are considered black shows. Like I don't know. What's that? Good Times. Yeah. Like was those considered black? Like, do white people watch that? Because they got
everybody would have to watch it because they wouldn't have that much ratings.
No, what I'm saying, because like they got that, and then they got like, what was a white show, like Frasier or some shit, or MASH, Golden Girls, like, you know what I'm saying, like those were the popular shows, Seinfeld. But if it was a black version of that, it was considered black television. So it was quantified different. That was my point.
I get you.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Let's switch lanes from that. Let's get a little darker because
switching lanes.
Your birthday was March 31st. Happy birthday, man! And that was the same day.
I appreciate it, man. Turned 30.
The legend, 30 years old, man. And that's the same day the legend, man. Nipsey Hustle died, 33 years old, man.
R.I.P. It was shocking, man, when I first read it.
I know, man. It's
when
crazy.
I first read it, I think I seen my boy Jamil posted online.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, let me go check this out. I instantly just do my Google. So when I see stuff, like if I see like a celebrity passing or something like that, I just go on Google like just to make sure the story true, because a lot of stuff that people post, it be fake news. So I try to get my facts straight. And if I see like TMZ posted, I'm kind of like, okay, this probably true. But it was definitely shocking, man. And then I was thinking like, maybe he just got shot at first. And it was just like, but then when they started,
that's what I heard too. Yeah.
I started to see more videos, and I seen the video of him laying on the ground like a rag over his head, and the rag was full of blood, and I'm like, they shot him in the head. It's over.
It's crazy. I got the first heads up from through a text message, like, yeah, man, they done got Nipsey. I'm like, what? So I did my Googles. Yeah, Chantel, my aunt, she texted me or whatever. She real deep into hip hop, and I did my Googles, and I was looking up, and it said he got shot, but he wasn't pronounced dead yet. And then a couple minutes later, I looked up some more stuff, and then it said that he was dead. And I'm like, dang. And then those videos surfaced. I'm like, dog, this junk is crazy, because I literally just watched a video of him and Lauren London was like talking about like, what do you like about me?
I was watching this Breakfast Club interview.
Well, they replayed it after that, or you watched it again?
Yeah, beforehand. I was just on YouTube watching his Breakfast Club interview, because I recently, like, I don't want to just be like seem like because I wasn't following Nip like that beforehand, but recently I've been looking at a lot of stuff because I didn't know he was so deep into like
philanthropy.
Yeah, just the movement. Just the movement of trying to better his community and uplift like other African American stuff like that. Like I always viewed him just as like a gangster rapper or whatever. Like I never really looked too deep into his career about what he was exactly about until I watched that Breakfast Club interview and I was like,
before that? Did you know about him selling his album for mixtape for like $1,000 or $100?
No, I remember hearing this was years ago. Jay-Z bought his
bought a bunch of them.
like 100 of his albums for $100.
It was 100 or was it 1,000?
It was 100.
100, yeah.
Bought 100 of them for $100. And it was mixtapes. It wasn't like an album.
Yeah. This is his first album. The Victory Lap was his first album.
So I was like, and that was dope when I first heard that. But I wasn't even a fan of Nip back then. Like I heard a couple songs.
That was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago.
I was not saying he was a trash rapper, but he just wasn't. I wasn't up to speed as far as like his music or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm like his biggest fan, but I knew about Nipsey Hussle, and when Victory Lap came out, I started to become more of a fan of Nipsey Hussle, and I also just knew him as just as a person, I didn't know him as a person, but like got to see him as a person through videos, stuff like that, and him always dropping jewels and giving like little tips to the young dudes in the hood. I didn't watch
a lot of that because when my first impression of him years back was
and in movies.
He was a Crip, he was a gangbanger, shit like that. So I was like, another one of these type of rappers.
Yeah.
But
but you can see the thing is though, like Snoop Dogg is a Crip, but people don't look at him like that
because he give off a different image. He give off a whole different image just by him being in the entertainment business, period. He done bet on movies, TV shows, or whatever. And
Nipsey was too? Not TV shows, but movies.
Not at the level Snoop was.
Definitely not.
Snoop give off this personality of more of
Snoop just one of a kind.
Just one of those family man type of guys. So the America pretty much instantly like throughout the whole gangster shit from Snoop Dogg, especially after like because he got older, like
and that's another thing. Like how do you get out of that though? Like how did Snoop transition from being murder was the case that they gave like and then
just
you know what I'm saying becoming this through, like, Uncle Snoop lying
those court cases, him beating those court Look, I don't know if it was a murder trial or something.
Yeah, there's
like
a murder charge.
Okay, yeah. Him beating that and stuff like that. I feel like he transitioned his life into a different lane as far as I want to get more into the entertainment field as far as being an actor, entrepreneur, stuff like that. And just by him he became more of a funny guy too. Like people looked at Snoop like, that's Snoop, he funny, or, they started to he had this big respect factor too. Like that's Uncle Snoop. That's the tag he started to use, Uncle Snoop. So we kind of just faded away from him being that gangster guy in the early, like the late 90s or whatever that lane he was doing that in.
I don't think a lot of people can do. I think Nipsey transitioned from being just a straight gangster, but he stayed in the environment, and you know what I'm saying. Like,
Snoop definitely moved out of
he
out of that environment.
I don't even know where was he? Is he from California?
He from he's from LA.
Do we live in California?
Shit, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Because
I mean, he don't broadcast it where he lives.
Yeah.
At least I don't hear about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but.
He be coaching youth football leagues.
Yeah,
and stuff
exactly.
Like
his son played quarterback for I think UCLA or something like that, or USC, one of them. Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like what I just felt so bad when I heard the story and it's not like I was like the biggest Nipsey fan, but I just knew the type of person that he was based off I wouldn't have, I don't know. It was
more so on just hearing more and more about the situation, how it happened, and where it happened, and just. Looking at a lot of his videos, his interviews and things like that, it just made you more and more sad. Like, damn, that shit bold. Like, why it had to happen to him? Like, it seemed like he was just trying to uplift his community, put everybody on and stuff like that. And the biggest thing I kind of got out of this is debating with conspiracy theorists about why it happened, how it happened.
Yeah.
That irritated me so bad as far as people just instantly, like, every single time, like when XXX died, it was instantly the government killed X. And
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, people saying the government killed X and Drake killed X.
Well,
like those the main things people was talking about.
Now because Drake, Tentacion, he said if I die, Drake did it.
Yeah, I get that one. I get that.
The government, what did X do to make?
They were just saying he was before his time as far as his intellect, and he was about to out different people on the music industry and shit like that. And I'm just like, bro,
I don't know nothing about
like all the conspiracies like surrounding his death, and then the Nip death. It was the whole Dr. CB thing as far as whatnot. Just debating with people on that. It's just like if the government took him out because he was about to do a documentary on Dr. CB or whatever, as much information you can go online and see the Dr. CB, his whatever, like everything he was like contributing to like his medicines and things like that. If the government really didn't want that to be out, they would like shut down so many different just outlets that's broadcasting Dr. Sebi or whatever. Like you can look up anything and get information on him. So it's just like it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with these conspiracy theories because they just go so left, dog.
Yeah,
It's just so crazy. I mean, some stuff. I do believe that the alkaline diet is better for our bodies, but I don't believe that it's going to cure cancer and cure AIDS and sickle cell anemia.
I don't put too much thought into it because I don't know, and I don't.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just a thing.
I mean, obviously, in my mind, I feel like if it was that simple, it would have been like pushed out there more.
But the thing is, the money is made off the treatment, not the cure.
I mean, I get that, the pharmaceutical industry or whatever. Exactly. But as far as if Dr. Sebi could spread that word that easy, and if all of us can eat it up that easy and get the information on how to get a cure and how to treat our bodies I feel like it's more of us than it's more of them. Like as far as the pharmaceutical industry, like we could take information and use it to better our thoughts and as far as our intellect on how to cure certain situations or whatever, as far as how to get certain medicines and how to get certain treatments or whatever. Like, I just feel like it's more of us on this planet than just the pharmaceutical industry.
True.
You can't really keep everything from us. Like, I don't know.
And stuff we'll never know some of this stuff. Like, that's the thing. We'll never know some of this stuff. But, I mean, as far as the Nipsey Hustle situation, did you hear about the Kodak Black?
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
About
I was just looking at T.I. in the game shit last night.
Saying I give her a year and, what I'm saying, you get your crying out, but I'm next. This is my turn.
My opinion on that, I feel like, of course, it's way too soon for him to even be speaking on it, period. Okay. And just voice his opinion on it. But I feel like, for one, he was probably just in the wrong for posting it. Because I feel like it's a lot of guys.
On live. That's my biggest thing. Yeah. Why do it on live?
Yeah, why post whatever. Even if he came out was like, somebody on my team posted it or whatever on his social media, because a lot of celebrities, they have people that handle their social media accounts.
It was a live video, so he
he went live.
Yeah, he went live.
Or maybe he didn't know he was live. Somebody's recording him live or something like that.
Yeah, he wasn't holding the camera.
He definitely could have flipped that in any type of way, but I feel like he didn't own it in a way as far as being apologetic. When a lot of people was like, it's too soon. He was just more so like, fuck y'all, I say what I want.
Well, no, he specifically apologized to Lauren London. Lauren London and saying to Nipsey, but he was saying fuck everybody else.
Yeah, he's like, I do what I want. And then, he not being apologetic about saying it or whatever. Like, he don't feel like it's too soon or whatever. He still feel like he could say it or whatever. But I feel like,
I just think this shit corny. It's no point. It's no reason why I would go online and be like
online period. But I feel like a lot of guys do. They have and probably will speak about it. Like, I still get at Lauren or whatever behind closed doors.
It's been plenty of posts. People going to her DMs like, you need to show her the crown, blah blah. Like, just making jokes out of it. But I just think that shit's mad corny. Like, if you know what I'm saying, if your dad died, you want your friend to go on your mom DM or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You want your uncle to.
I definitely get that.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no reason.
I feel like even if he didn't feel like apologetic or whatever, he has to think about his career, dog.
People saying that I heard I was hearing
a lot of DJs and stuff already tweeting out, we not playing
Power 106 and a bunch
LA.
of shit. Yeah,
they not playing Kodak music no more, and that just burned a lot of bridges. Even Tank went on Instagram or whatever, and he was saying that
ain't the move, man.
Yeah, you kind of do business with a lot of people in the industry that respect Nip and that's close.
Do you think that's gonna end his career though? Like, do you think him not getting no play in LA?
I feel like he can definitely bounce back from it. You can bounce back from anything from like.
Well, I mean, do you think that he can still survive and still make
over time?
Yeah, without getting play in LA.
I feel like he gonna eventually get play again. Like, I feel like it'll come back if he come out with a hit record over time. Like, just definitely not no time soon.
So you think if he got a hit record, LA will play him again?
Not no time soon.
Okay. I mean, the next couple years.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, like, okay. Especially if, because the subject and the topic gonna get brought up again. He gonna get interviewed by some radio station or some Ebro or Vlad or somebody gonna interview him. Yeah. And if he come out as being more apologetic, like, I was high, I was doing some dumb shit, man. Like,
that'd be a likely excuse. Yeah, I was off a beam.
He could easily do some PR move and save his career as far as what he do. But if he just continue to carry that shit, like, sorry, Laura, I ain't mean to say how I said it, but I ain't changing how I feel and fuck everybody else. Like, he just giving off that I want to be tough guy image.
But that's his image though.
But still, like, you still can be sympathetic and be a tough guy. Like,
because I feel like if it was certain people, they wouldn't have to apologize.
What you mean?
I feel like I wonder if Gucci would have to apologize. If Gucci said it, like,
I mean, definitely he would have. I feel like anybody would have to apologize. Fucking Obama will have to apologize.
Well, that's different. Obama not a tough guy. I'm talking about like having that tough, like fuck everybody, that tough guy attitude.
50, anybody like that?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 50 Cent. Perfect. If 50 Cent said
the
it,
entire music industry, for one, is fresh. Like in everybody's mind. And nigga ain't even laid the rest yet.
Yeah.
Like he ain't even buried yet. And it's fresh in everybody's mind. So 50, T.I., anybody just give off that tough guy persona. If anybody came out and said what Kodak Black said, everybody would be against you. It's you versus the whole music industry, entertainment industry, or whatever. So if everybody's against you, you pretty much gonna get a lot of backlash. And a lot of people like, I ain't fuck with him no more. And, you know, I'm gonna just steer away from him for a while, or however you want to handle it.
Yeah.
Like, you can be the most powerful. If Jay-Z, he ain't gotta be a tough guy, but just powerful. And, you know, a lot of people respect Jay.
But them type of niggas is too smart to do stuff like that. So that's different. I'm talking people who just got that, I say what I want, I'm ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. If I feel like saying this, I'm going to say it.
I feel like you're going to get judged regardless.
They going to get judged. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if they would, like, just will be required to apologize. I feel like just some niggas can just live off, like, say the shit and just live off of it. Live off that little clout.
I feel like it's gonna hurt you though.
It definitely gonna hurt because you know it erased that whole L.A.
You can't go to L.A. because everybody gonna feel like somebody gonna be after you and all that type of shit.
I don't believe none of that shit. I hate when people say do not come to my city, dog.
I mean, because this situation is different because you never know who can, like, by him being
anywhere. People say don't come to Chicago.
I'm saying by him being that's different if you got beef with just a certain rapper. But this situation is different if all different types of gangs hear about you a public figure, like Kodak Black or whatever. Everybody, you a known rapper or whatever. And if any type of gang member, anybody in LA just, they go Kodak Black right there. And they just like, he disrespect Nip. You know, this Nip city or this Nip town or whatever. Like, I feel like it can go off at any moment with Kodak. Like, anybody see that nigga. But if it's just him beefing with Soulja Boy or someone, you can't come to my city, you can't come to my town. That's different.
Yeah, not Soulja Boy, not Big Draco. But
Big Draco.
I was thinking like how what that nigga name? Not Kodak Black. What's the nigga from Chicago? Macaroni Time.
Oh, you talking about Chief Keef?
Chief Keef, yeah, niggas like him, Chief Keef. You know
he ain't got that type of power though.
I thought he did. I don't know. I thought he was like not now. I'm talking about before. Like back when he was popping, like
even then,
if niggas beefing that Glow Boy and shit, like
even then, I feel like he ain't had that type of power. I feel like he was popping. There's a difference between being popping and having that type of power in your city.
But like, who else was like, you know what I'm saying, banging in that city like that? I didn't know like
he didn't even have that type of money to even like
Dirk and all that shit
to feel like he could threaten somebody like that. Like,
I don't know.
Just
well, it ain't about the money. It's just about the clout. You know, if he was the only person from Chicago at the time that was popping, obviously he had all the, you know what I'm saying, all the leverage. He was part of a gang. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, if it's just like you can show up in Chicago and it's a whole bunch of people that probably know Chief Keef, but it ain't as people, many people as far as Nip situation, as far as if Kodak touched down in L.A. And everybody know what Kodak fuck look like. It's so many people there.
He looks so dumb. You know him.
It's so many people in L.A. to where this is becoming fresh in everybody's mind. Like, okay, Kodak then disrespected Nip dead or whatever. Versus a Chief Keef situation, like they gonna be like, people probably hear about somebody diss Chief Keef online, like some shit like that.
Yeah, okay. It ain't as mainstream as
it's different, dog, and it's different levels to it because they probably wouldn't retaliate against that person that dissed Chief Keef, like, I gotta go kill him because he made a diss song, versus somebody that's talking about somebody that's dead and they disrespected his wife or however the situation is. Yeah. It's just a different situation, I feel like.
Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying, on that note, man, I want to just end it right there on that little note, man. R.I.P. Nip.
R.I.P., man.
Yeah, man. I want to thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Lane Switchers Podcast. I'm your boy Keith. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at YoBoyKeef. That's YoBoyKeef.
And hit your boy J Diesel up on Instagram, JFear89. Hit us up. Lane Switchers, we out.